Good afternoon. My name is John Berube. I'm a full-time faculty member with Legal Support and Services. I'm also the course lead for two classes here at PG, LS308, Law and Society, and PA305, Law Office Management. I'd like to tell you a little bit about these classes. First, Law and Society is a much more theoretical course. It gives us the opportunity to look at the connection between, well, as the title would indicate, law and society. One of the main themes from our textbook is that law is a social phenomenon. The idea is law results from our social connections and interactions. In order for humans to live together, we need rules, right? We have to give up some of our own personal rights in order to get everyone to buy in order to agree to what is or is not acceptable behavior. So, why is this important for the legal support and services student? Well, you're all going to be working in the legal field. You're going to be working in the law and dealing with people from the community, society. So we need to be able to understand the connection between the two. And we get to study law and society from a variety of different ways. We can look at it from important theorists, John Austin, Donald Black, Sir Henry Maine, Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes, just to name a few. Some of these names might be familiar, some of them not, but that's okay. We'll be studying them together. We also can look to the study of law and society from a variety of different perspectives. People have different perspectives when we look at the law. Some people may have a more traditional law perspective, others may have a more social science perspective, and we'll get to study that. We can use various theories to evaluate the connection between law and society. We can use contemporary theories. We can use the historical perspective to see how society and the law have changed over time. We can have very specific or unique perspectives on studying law and society. In doing this, that then gives us the opportunity to study its functions and its dysfunctions. Law can create order out of chaos. The reason why we agree to live together is so that we have that social control, so that we can avoid the chaos. But others can use law in order to impose inequality on groups of people. So we have the good and we have the bad. Law can be used to resolve disputes between parties, but it can also complicate things more than they should be. Again, a benefit or a drawback. When human beings are involved in the process, the system is a bit flawed. And so that's another important element for us to recognize when studying law and society. Now, at the other extreme, Law Office Management is a much more practical course that focuses us on the who, the what, and the how of the law office itself. First, we look at the actors and the roles that they play within the office itself. We can look at partners, attorneys, and paralegals, those who do the billable work of the law office, what we think of traditionally as the critical roles in the law office. However, there's a lot of important members of the support team. And as the law office gets bigger and bigger, that means we have a much bigger support team. We need more support in order to provide those services to the community. We also have to look at the office from a variety of different tools and systems. Every modern law office needs a lot of tools and systems in order to operate successfully. First, we might think about the technology associated with a modern law office. We have computers, we have modems and internet, we have all sorts of technological requirements for the current modern law office. But then there's also the practical physical materials and things that the office needs to run as well. We also need to think about the various systems. We need to think about the financial system that manages all the finances, billing processes. We need to think about the more operational systems that help the office to function itself. We can think about communications, we can think about marketing. There are so many different systems that are required for the successful law office to operate. And probably the most important element that we need to think about in conjunction with the law office is ethics. Regardless of what tools we're using, regardless of what systems we're working on or working in, we have to operate ethically. And so it is critical that we understand the ethics associated with the legal field and the operation of the law office. So that's the critical tie-in for many of the different topics of the chapters in the unit. Well, these are two very different courses, but I think both can play a really important role in your success in the law office setting. I hope you enjoy one of these classes in the near future.